Part number one, prepare in case of layoffs. I will argue that a major U.S. economic downturn is likely, and it presents a specific date or period when multiple economists believe a crash could occur. It reviews indicators such as debt levels, unemployment trends, consumer spending, and geopolitical risks. It warns that if these indicators align unfavorably, the crash could happen soon, within a year or two, rather than decades away. The message is cautionary: prepare, diversify risk, be ready for turbulence. High debt and leverage. I will highlight the federal debt and private sector borrowing as major red flags. This matters for pensioners and workers. If the U.S. economy slows, companies may freeze hiring, reduce contributions, or even see pension investment returns drop. Not to mention layoffs. Employment wage stagnation. It points out that wage growth has been weak relative to inflation in many sectors. For someone with unionized work experience, this is real world. When wages stagnate while cost of living rises, the pressure on living standards grows. Market overvaluation. Asset prices, stocks, real estate, are painted as frothy. If a crash occurs, pension portfolios tied to equities or property could take a hit, something to monitor given your pension pots. Timing and risk management. I will give you a heads up. It's not necessarily if, but when. The message is to rotate towards safety, or at least be aware of the risks. What this means for me. With 3 pensions, UFCW, Teamsters, AC Transit, ATU, I already have a diversified income base, which is a strength. A downturn doesn't suddenly erase that, but my investment return risk and employer funding risk still count. You consider reviewing how your pension invests, equities versus bonds versus real estate. If all are heavily tilted toward equities, a market downturn as described could reduce their growth potential. Maintain an emergency fund and possibly adjust your personal finances. I've got union-based income plus benefits experience, which means I know the value of stability. Now's a good time to reinforce that. Use your real work-life lens. I've lived through these cycles in transit/gas/service industries. I know demand can falter when the economy slows. Fewer riders, less spending, cost pressures. That gives me practical sense. This is not just my theory, it's lived experience. Like and subscribe. The $1 Investor.